Welcome over here to the channel to Biscuits and Gaming. I am your host Slim. Today we are playing Farming Simulator 25. We are going to be doing a mega farm series on here. Um, Going to make it somewhat difficult to us. Been playing for I don't know a little while now. Definitely learning the tricks of the trade. So we're gonna do a 2x time scale for the time being, so that way we can get a good majority of stuff done. We will leave traffic on, seasonal growth. We'll do 1 day month for now. Uh, Fixed visual month, we'll leave that. That's fine. We're gonna leave snow on. Crop destruction, we will leave on. I normally play with this off, so we're gonna play with it on this time. Periodic plowing required. I'm going to keep that one off. That one's kind of annoying in my opinion. We're going to keep fieldstone on. I normally have that one off. We're going to keep lime on. I normally keep that one off. And we're going to keep weeds on. I normally keep that one off. Um, and then we're going to have disaster destruction on. Uh, Other than that, I think we're going to keep all these settings pretty much the same. We are going to allow to mow other fields. Um, as part of the challenge, or part of the series, I guess. Otherwise, we might be a little stuck. So, for the objective in August, um, before we can proceed to the next month, uh, I have to own a plot of land and I have to have somewhere to sleep. It could be a tent, it could be a house, it could be whatever. But in order for me to progress to the next month, I have to have that. Um, so we're playing on Frankenmuth, Michigan map. We have a $250,000 loan that we're starting with, um, and we have $100,000 to our name. Uh, we're currently over here on the east side of the map. Uh, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So, first and foremost, we are going to pick up ourselves a tractor. And I think we are going to go with. I'd love to have that case. We're going to go with this Farmall 1206 International Harvester. Um, I would love to put it up to the turbo, but. Or ultra power, but it's just not going to happen. We'll keep the wheel setup the same. I gotta have the canopy. It just looks so clean. We'll do front weight, and we will do a quick attachment or a front loader attachment for the time being. Even though I don't think we're going to buy that right away. So that's our first initial purchase. And then we are going to come down here. We gotta have a trailer. We're going to pick up this Farm Tech EDK 650. We're going to do the auto load feature, which I am going to allow myself some. Uh, how do I put it? Um, Things to make it easier for me in the series, uh, like loading bays or bales of hay and all that. Um, Now, if it's a typical bale, um, I figure you could pick that up. I could pick that up. Um, so auto load trailer, you know, it works. It's all right. They exist. So we're going to pick this up. So we got our tractor, got our trailer. We're going to need to pick up a mower. What do we want to go with? 2.4 meters, 3.2 meters. I kind of want to go with something with a little bigger of a deck. or cutting platform, just so that way we can cover more ground. That one's got 4.4 meters, 80 horse. We're kind of on flat ground. We're gonna go with the GMD 4411. It's at 18,000. Oh, maybe we won't go with that. Maybe we'll step it down and we'll go with the Pottinger Nova Disc. It's 3.5. It's literally half the price, a little less than half the price. So I do have the working speed up, just so things go a little quicker for us. Um, Obviously, this mower ain't gonna be able to mow that at that speed, but we will keep the swath plate off. We don't need that. You know, I've never tried this. No, I can't decide. Cause I think we're gonna make some hay out of it eventually. But for now, yeah, we'll do right swath plate. I'm probably going to regret this. We're just gonna do none. All right, we made that too complicated. So we got our mower. I think that purchased. Let's check our store here. Okay, so we got our trailer, got a mower, got a tractor. Let's go back and we're going to pick up a baler. We're going to go with the Massey Ferguson 1840. Bump the working speed up on this as well. Select pickup width. We'll go standard. Standard twine. $22,300. Okay. And then we're gonna pick up a windrower. I should go with something just a little bigger, just to make it so much easier in the long run. That's a 19.5 for 8. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that. Like I said, I want to go something a little bigger, just so that way it makes it a little faster. Yeah, we're gonna pick up this windrower here, the Smaz Z2 840H. Wait, what is this? Create a search assignment for your broker. You can choose one of the following options. Ah! Well, that's cool. I didn't know that was there. Alright, now, do we go with the tedder, start making hay right away, or we just start pushing out grass bales? I think we just start making... Nah. We will do this correctly. So we will go with... Can we go with anything a little bigger? I've only got $11,000. That's pretty much it. We will go with the Talix Tornado 550. I'm gonna bump up the working speeds on these. Like I said, just so it goes a little quicker. Otherwise, it's gonna take a really long time to make any progress. But it's all right. For the first series that we are recording, I'm okay with it. So, okay, I don't have enough money. Oh, it's because I already purchased one. Duh. Alright, so this is our lineup. We have a total of $2,900 to our name left. So, this is going to be tough, guys. Alright, well, I will see you once we get everything back to our soon-to-be plot. Stay tuned. Well, that definitely took us a little bit to get everything over here, but now we're all squared away. So, we're going to start off and we're going to start cutting this field. For starters, let's lower this deck. Let's start making some money, folks. So far, I'm really enjoying Farming Simulator 25. I never got to play any of the other ones. Always wanted to try it, never got into it. Uh, I've always been a console player for the most part, and finally pulled the trigger and got me a decent gaming PC. I always wanted to start recording videos and doing YouTube. Um, so I finally pulled the trigger on it. But yeah, I know I know there's been quite a few series done like this, but for my first one, we got to start somewhere, right? I don't think I am getting any grass off this field. There's nothing. I think that idea might be shot. Yeah, there's nothing here. Oh boy. All right. Well, let's go knock on the neighbor's door. See if he'll let us cut his grass. So we went ahead and we got permission from the neighbor. Don't mind his mailbox. Uh, it was knocked down before we got here. All right. We will buy this man a new mailbox. That was an accident. All right. Let's turn this mower back on and let's get back to it. Like we never skipped a beat. Luckily, he's got a big field for us to cut. I didn't really want to ask the neighbors for help, but the city seems to be on top of keeping their grass cut and maintenance up. Normally, the cities like to slack at doing that, especially where I'm from. It's good to see that they like to keep up on that. So, I don't think we're going to cut this whole field in this episode. There's just no way that's going to happen. But we're going to get a lot of this cut. We'll get a lot of it cut. We'll get a lot of it tedded up. And we may call that for the first episode. And we'll pick up when we windrow and bale it. Wow, my line is terrible. Let's go ahead and try to fix this up, just so it doesn't look all goofy. Drop our mower deck. Let's go. So I have a controller, and I don't know. I find myself switching back and forth from the keyboard to the controller. I like it when I'm doing like long fields of just, long straightaways. But for some reason, like when you turn with the controller, it's so sensitive. It just like will over crank the steering wheel and you end up doing a donut. Like maybe I need to mess with the sensitivity a little bit. Mess with the settings some. Maybe that'll help out. But that's for it's for a later time down the road. So we'll continue cutting some more passes here. Not really sure how much I want to go. Let's go ahead and clear this off so it's a little easier to turn around for me. Back it up. Come back this way. I'm gonna make some more passes up and down here. Try not to whack this tree. Turn our mower back on. There we go. But I have some really cool ideas for some up and coming series I plan on doing. Uh, and I'm really excited to share them with you guys. Like I said, we're new at doing this. First time ever recording, so bear with me. Definitely going to be a learning process and I'll learn as we go, but videos will get better and better as we go, I promise. My main objective with this channel, I'm going to try to post 2 to 3 videos a day on this series, at least while I can, or at least do as many a day as I can. I'm still learning editing and how to run this software, so my editing skills are going to be not so hot to begin with. Still learning how to do, montages and everything else. I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I don't know if anybody's got any experience with using that. I've been watching tutorial videos on it, so I mean that's something, right? But if anybody's got any experience with it, please, I'd love to chat with you and get your thoughts and opinions and ideas on how to edit properly. Like, I would love to be able to add like soundtracks and everything else into my montages. I have no idea how to do any of that yet. Super new. But you got to start somewhere, right? So I think what we'll do is we'll square. Wow, that was terrible. We will square this area off that I cut. We'll get this few more passes, and then we'll come in with the tedder and dry this grass up so we can make some hay. And at least this will be a nice little start. Like I said, in order for us to advance, we got to be able to own a plot of land somewhere where we can actually store our equipment, and a place that we can actually sleep. I think sleeping out in the field, fast forwarding time, is not acceptable in this challenge. I could always just like sleep on the tractor seat, looking up at the stars at night. It is August. It's only supposed to be low as 75. We could do it. No. Like I said, we're gonna make this challenge a little more difficult for us. I've always played very, very, I don't want to say easier series, but they were easier series. But I've experimented with, some of the other settings, the liming and the weeding and everything else. So that way I have some kind of idea of what I'm doing. I may not be the greatest at it, but I've got an idea. I've never done any plowing in this game, like snow plowing. So I don't know if there's any like contracts in the winter time for snow plowing. I think that would be pretty cool, but we shall see. But we're going to turn this little start into an absolute mega farm by the time we are done. Alright, how many more passes? I think we only got. I think we'll call this our last pass for now. And then we'll go grab the tedder and we'll get this tedded up. And just because it's bothering me, I gotta take out this strip. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and go pick up our tedder. Raise that up. Where did we park all our equipment? Oh, it's way down here. Alright. Got our tedder. Let's go knock this field out. Might as well open it up. Ain't got nothing to worry about. I will get that strip, don't worry. Just not right now. Not sure why I started over there. Whatever. Turn this on, lower down. Let's get to raking. So tractor pulls it at 15 miles an hour. That's not bad. I am curious about this windrower though. It is right there at that horsepower spec. So from my understanding, it's more of a suggestion and a recommendation more than it is a have to. I could be wrong. Uh, Luckily, this field's pretty flat. I don't foresee any issues with that. I hope not, anyway. But we will find out. I never bothered to check to see if this was fertilized or anything. I guess it really doesn't matter. Beggars can't be choosers. Luckily, we got some grass to cut and a little money to be made. So, can't complain, I guess. Now, one thing I have not checked on this map. So, our plan in the beginning was, if you look over on the map, you could see that 45, 48, 47 plot right on the edge. I was hoping I could mow those, and it was like a city easement, and I would be able to, get a start there. But I didn't expect that grass to be so short, and I've never played on this map yet. So yeah, that was a surprise to me. So we had to go with Plan B. Luckily, there was this big grass field here. I don't know if there is any other fields on this map that are grass. I'm kind of hoping there are. Otherwise, we're gonna have to come up with a plan C, which really haven't thought of plan C. So hopefully plan B works. And we do have everything set um, for seasonal prices. Um, I know a lot of times I'll run with the mod that has the fixed price, but like I said, I want to make this challenge a lot more difficult on myself, and I think it'll be a lot funner for the viewers. Now, one thing um, we're not going to do is I will not do the unrealistic versions of things um, unless, or I should say, not until down the road. Like, when we have, how do I put it? When we've really exceeded and, we have several $1,000,000 of income coming in, uh, then I may switch over to unrealistic machinery just to make it, you know, change it up a bit in the future. Because these fields are absolutely massive. Just massive. Like, yeah, holy cow, this map is huge. Those plots are insane. Alright. So, we've got everything tedded. I don't want to run these episodes too long. I kind of want to make them a little shorter, sweet. Don't want to run too many things at once in each episode. So we are going to call it there for the very first episode of the Mega Farm series. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Um, and there will be plenty more to come. Like I said, this is a new challenge. This is Biscuits and Gaming. I'm Slim, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.